Hi. New dawn, new day. Everything's brand new. But needless to say, I forgot to give the book a rating. It's a 3 out of 5. What I do to make it better, I'd make Genju, which is the bad guy, not Sensu. I'd make Genju more obvious that he's working to break the Avatar cycle. That's what could have earned them those few extra points. Make it clear that, keep in mind, maybe they do that in the later books. I haven't read them yet. I don't know. Maybe they bring in the Avatar state. I mean, I noticed that in these books, they kind of made it kind of what I thought was clear, that things might repeat themselves, which I think is a cool concept in the Avatar world, where you have reincarnation and high tech living side by side by the end of it in Korra. But yeah, 3 out of 5. I really want to read more. Hope this video does well. Enjoy the video. And I do my best Doug Walker Chester A. Bum impersonation. I go kind of fast, so, but it's still me, if that makes any sense. Like I said, I didn't remember the bad guy's name. I just referred to him as the bad guy for the whole entire thing. His name's Genju. It was late. I was tired. Forgive me. Enjoy. Anyway, yeah. Hello, friends. It, it, I don't need that yet. It's me, Bob, of the other world according to Bob. We are doing a traditional media book review today. I do these often to promote literacy. I feel learning is important. This one was recommended to me by my sister, Holly. Hi, Holly. I finally finished the book. It's Avatar: The Rise of Kyoshi. Not Avatar, the film franchise. Avatar, the Nickelodeon thing. And if this does well, I might do the show as well. But needless to say, this takes place years before Aang. So if you're any kind of emotionally attached to the prior characters like Sokka, Katara, anyone like that, you probably are best to just put those aside for a minute, because this, hold up the sign, Mom. This is what you're getting. Not Aang, not Avatar, not Avatar Roku. This girl here, that is literally the star. And that's the cover of the book. I had to, sometimes on Audible they give you covers of the books. Stare at every time I wanted to pick it out. Anyway, but it opens with a world in chaos, a world without an avatar, a world with a big con being pulled on it, having each one of the nation's kings be pulled over by a large, large scheme. And it opens with a people who are desperate. I almost said a man, but it's not just the bad guy who's desperate. It's everyone. So they can't find the avatar. So instead of, they like put a kid in her place. Avatar Yoon, they call him. Needless to say, Yoon is absorbed by a demon. I think it's a demon, a spirit. Kyoshi tries to save him, but I think fails. They don't make that clear in the first book. But needless to say, Yoon is not the Avatar. Kyoshi's world is kind of different because there isn't only the four nations of the fire, water, and earth. There is like a new pirate nation, and Yoon's going to sign a treaty with them, but then it all goes sideways. And Kyoshi works at Yoon's castle. Well, I hesitate to call it a castle, but it's one of those big houses. They say mansion, but I'm picturing even bigger than that. It's one of those big houses that you just, and the bad guy like rules it all. He he knows that Yoon is not the Avatar. It's just crazy. And this bad guy, he, as soon as he finds out that Kyoshi's the Avatar, he offers to train her, but she goes off into like thief territory, right? Like the ghettos, and joins up with the Flying Opera Company. And Yoon's spirit kills him, the bad guy. My favorite character in the whole thing, though, was Rangi, which the bad guy kidnaps, calling him the bad guy because, well, I'm convinced that there is a bigger bad guy out there. That's not just, oh, I think there's like the face stealer from the first Avatar, from the very first Avatar cartoon, or the owl, or just, yeah. But needless to say, whoever's really pulling the strings, not the not the guy who not the guy who I think we're never gonna see again. Not him. He got at the end of this book, as I already mentioned. But if they ever adapted this into cartoon form, I'd love to see the relationship between Kyoshi and Rangi, because as soon as the bad guy kidnaps Rangi, Kyoshi freaks out. And there's this one guy, Lao Fei, that claims to be an immortal, but I'm not fully convinced. And it's like, is he like a spirit, or is he just some guy? Or is he like Uncle Iroh, that he did some bad stuff? But we don't know. We don't know. Needless to say, that's why it would make a great cartoon. It would make a wonderful, wonderful cartoon. I talked to my sister about this. She said, nah, it's never going to be. Low key, it's not going to be, but I kind of disagree. I I hope she's wrong. She rarely is. That's neither here nor there. Um, they managed to get her back, but like her mother's all messed up now. It was a big cliffhanger. Anyway, awesome book. awesome, awesome, awesome book. It reminded me of Rowan Hood, but like the first book of Rowan Hood, not the second book of Rowan Hood. It was not slow. It was fast. It was over here, over there, over here. I don't know. It was just amazing. And she didn't even use her avatar state. The avatar state is like the uttermost point of enlightenment for all you people that don't know. But like she didn't even use that. Or maybe she did. Maybe killing the bad guy was the avatar state. Again, we don't know. I mean, the world was as broken as when she was that orphan girl that the bad guy adopts. Shen Zhu, I think his name is. I now I forgot. But like the dude adopts her, and and he like kills the other guy that agreed to adopt her. The air he kills him, and it's just great book. Um, I couldn't read Starship Troopers. That was kind of out right now because yeah. Um, next book I think I'm gonna read is Rowan Hood. I will be. I'm very interested to see where this Avatar series goes. As a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I something tells me that they're just gonna not. I'm gonna get involved in that series. This video is gonna do well, and I'm gonna get involved in that series, the TV show from Netflix, and it's gonna have virtually none of these characters outside of Kyoshi. Um, yeah, and that will break my heart. So, did you read the first book? Did I summarize it rather well? That it was a broken kingdom, that they had pirates, pirate treaties, and was it? Did you think it was awesome? Did I do my best, Chester A. Bum? I've been, I've been Bob. This has been the other world according to Bob. Please tell me in the comments if I should read the second one. Bob out. Okay. Also, before I forget, um, I know I spoiled major parts of this. I know I spoiled that luck dies, and like how the character even points out Valga might be filled with beans. Beans. Yeah, beans.
What's filled with beans?
I'm doing a little end here, Mom.
I thought you were talking.
No. So I know I ruined all that, and I, like how Valga might be filled with beans. But it really is a good book. Support your local libraries. In places like comic book stores and wherever books are sold. Watching me is only part of the fun. I mean, that's why the book is always better. Because I can only design so much to influence the picture in your mind. You're going to always have that picture there of like Pung Pung, which is the Alpha, going back to the other avatar. Anyway, great book. Please read it. Please support your local library. Bob out.